I'm feeling pretty confident right now, only because I've got the patron saint of hogs on me right now in Guy Fieri.
Yeah.
And, as two dudes that have hung out with Guy numerous occasions.
Put that photo up.
Yeah,
looks like he's being held
many
hostage.
times. I don't think Guy can steer me wrong.
Kinda
Guy, if you're out there,
let us
let
know.
us know. We haven't hung out in a while. You don't call. Your lawyer just sends us stuff, but we don't read that, and we figure it's not personal enough, so we just pitch it in the trash.
Everyone's got a lawyer. Welcome back to Catcher in the Rye. Tonight, we're testing out some Old Forester products.
Ooh.
Been a pretty big week here at Old Hogs for the Cause. We released our 15th anniversary musical lineup. It'll be right up here. If you want some more information about it, we'd love to welcome you to New Orleans March 31st and April 1st. Becker, why don't you tell everybody a little bit about what, in like 15 seconds, what's your elevator speech on hogs?
Yeah, so if you're unfamiliar with hogs, we are one of the biggest and largest barbecue and music festivals in the country that happens to raise money for families that have pediatric brain cancer, the #1 terminal cancer in children. We are actually the #1 largest provider of those financial services in the whole country. And we also build housing, like Ronald McDonald houses, if you're familiar, on hospital campuses as well. So families with any child can stay at these houses for free while their child is receiving treatment.
Yes, it's really been one of the greatest things that we've done in our lives, certainly better than this YouTube channel. But we love the fact that we bring in teams from all across the country who come to New Orleans and compete and fundraise. And then the monies that they raise goes back to the children in their community.
How many bourbons do you think you have during Hogs Weekend?
I have a lot of shots of bourbon. Like I'll go into a team's booth and someone takes some bottle out and says, try this.
Same.
I would say I average probably 8 of those a day.
How many drinks per day of Hogs Weekend do you think you have? Over, under, I'd put it at 17. You going over or under?
Over.
Yeah. Easily.
But fully finished?
Yeah.
That's tough because like I'll get handed stuff and then take a couple of, everything I got to qualify.
And you lose it once you put it down.
You lose it or sometimes I'm just like, there's no way I can have this.
So there's 85 teams out in the yard during Hogs, and they're serving barbecue to the public. They're in these triple-decker tents and whatnot, and everybody wants to give you something. So you got to be kind of
discretion
with
your
what you're going to
discretion.
drink.
Now, I'll say that one of the best things I've ever been handed was some Havana Club rum, real Havana Club rum, at the Chits and Piggles booth one year.
Oh, very nice.
That was after a big rainstorm. I spent a little too much time with that Havana Club.
Well, we've got some teams from Kentucky, and they brought in some pretty cool
Yep.
Knob Creek picks that were awesome. So thanks, Team America, for that.
With that said, I think we should get on. Tell us a little bit about the bourbons we're going to have today.
All right, Old Forester Day. So for those who may be noobs in the Old Forester world, a lot of times people say that they get banana notes off of Old Forester, or banana runs. I haven't really gotten that, so I'm be curious if I can pick that up today. This first bottle here is an older school single barrel store pick from Elios. Tim hooked us up again, and it's a 90 proofer. Here we have probably one of arguably the best values in bourbon, which is the 100 proof Old Forester. Another great everyday available bottle here is the 1920 Old Forester. And then finally, we have the Old Forester Rye, a cocktail favorite, $25 for a liter if you can find it. Kind of hard in New Orleans to get your hands on, but if you can get it, snap it up. On that note, let's get cracking. I think it's important to point out when you're trying to maybe bifurcate the difference between a lot of these, that Prohibition is 115 proof. So if they're all kind of tasting along the same line, you got to go proof hounding. You got to get that nose out. Fortunately, God blessed me with a huge one, so I'm hoping I can get that proof to guide me through.
No, why do you have to be so hard on yourself?
I know.
Jesus. We talked about this.
Oh man, this one's spectacular. Woo! Lit you up?
One of them got me.
This one I'm liking really good. And I'd be curious if you could find the same one as me because it has a really good mouthfeel, just like a viscosity to it that's coating and oiling my palate there, and I really like that. I didn't get that much heat on it, so that's kind of making me believe that it is the Elios single barrel pick at 90. How you doing, old boy?
Well, you know, there's a theory like the more knowledge you have, the harder it is for you to actually kind of zero in because you got so much competition going on. But I think I know the rye, and I think I know the single barrel on the nose. I think. But I'm probably wrong.
Yeah, I'm not as confident as you are right now. I'm kind of nosing around and trying to convince myself I know, but I'm not picking up anything. And I'm not getting banana notes. I don't know if you are.
Yeah, I know what people are talking about when they say that about bourbon, but I've never gotten those either.
All right, let's go back around.
So my B, I'm just going to say, I have a very faint nose on that. But then the flavor is really full, really smooth. So it kind of leads me to believe that that one is something a little out of the ordinary.
Really?
That's how my brain is going to work on that.
I have. Man, I wish I almost didn't come back around. I think I might get the dreaded Ofer this week. I really think.
Maybe we can both go overs.
If we can go 0 for 8, I mean, I say we're going to shut it down, but it just means we can get a little bit better.
All right.
Please give us some feedback and comments and tell us what we can do better here.
All right, I think I'm kind of ready. What's the proof on this one? This is
90.
90. Okay.
Well, now I'm between these two as my favorite. I think they're both. I'm changing everything up now that it came back around.
Okay.
Ooh, that had a good finish. You know, I'm going to stick with what I had.
Okay.
It's, like I said, I'm expecting an Ofer anyway. Who went first last week?
I think I went first because I got them all
Okay,
wrong.
I'll go first this time.
Okay.
Left or right, starting with A, I picked the rye first.
A very
Oh, my lead, I was squandering it. Okay, don't tell me what everything is yet. And then for B, I chose as the Elios single barrel store pick.
a very
Was it the 1920?
No.
Okay. C, I picked as the 100.
a very
And D, I picked as the 1920.
a
What was
very
A?
A is the Prohibition,
What was B?
the 100 proof.
What was C?
The rye.
Are you shitting me?
No, I'm serious.
And D was,
The single barrel Elios store pick.
I got to taste through them all again to see what my favorite is because I'm so confused because it changed the way it went back. It's either the rye or, I don't know. Actually, D was really good in the end. All right, Renee. What did you feel confident on before, though?
I felt confident on what the barrel pick was, and I felt confident on what the rye was.
Let's see.
Okay.
All right. A,
Good old-fashioned Old Forester,
just the,
100 proof.
well, you're wrong.
Okay. B, I thought was the Elios barrel pick.
Okay, you inversed
Okay.
those two.
Okay.
So the question is, will you get the rye, which you are so confident about in this pick? Or are we going 0 for 8?
I think we might go for it.
This is it.
All
This
right.
might be a
I
first
think
for us.
that the C was the Prohibition,
Ding, ding, ding.
and D is the rye.
Ladies and gentlemen, so Renee gets, what was your favorite of all those?
It ended up being B. I just thought it was this.
Wow.
It had this.
So we both looked at the Old Forester $20, $22 100 as one of our favorites.
You know what I really loved about it is, I guess the rest of them had. This one just seemed to have this really good juxtaposition between a good soft nose, but a great flavor and kind of, it was a delicious bourbon.
I'm just amazed by that. I think that we're going to actually, Tim gave us another single barrel pick. We didn't want to do it in this video because it's like 1,000 proof and it's kind of early in the morning for us, and we thought that might knock out our day. But I think we should go 100 versus that because it's supposed to be an incredible bottle, and then see how that does. That could be a new series. We might just go value picks that are readily available versus more expensive picks and allocated items.
I think I'm becoming an Old Forester guy.
Got it. Okay, I just got a little slow on the update.
Yeah. Well, it's only 9 a.m.
Oh,
This may have been my favorite lineup so far.
They're all, I agree,
Like fantastic bourbons and rye from start to finish. I did an over last week. This is a cruel mistress. Sometimes you get it. Sometimes you get an over. This week, you've got the over, which means you're on clean the bar duty.
Lucky me. All right. We'll try to do better next week. As I promised, Renee did do better, and I came, what is it? You regressed to the mean? I went back to my normal
Just
mean.
missing up those two and getting the other two right, that'll get you a passing grade here at this class.
Yeah, you got the point. So it's 1-1 this month in December. Again.
December to remember.
Or bender through December. We'll try to do better next week.
See ya. Cheers.